Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hollow with me, Herd37. So we're going to continue now, flying with the TriStar. I mean, it hasn't gone as well as I had hoped. I thought once we did that landing, I think in Phoenix, I was like, alright, this thing's finally under control, we get it, but apparently it's still kicking my ass. But we have a flight over here in Midland at one of our bases. And it actually goes to Indianapolis, which is another one of our bases, which makes it easier because we'll have jobs and everything. I don't have to worry about that. It's a short flight, but it pays a ton of money for such a short flight, especially at that weight. It's only like 69,000, so you can see just shy of 70,000 pounds, so it's a lot less cargo, which should probably help us with our landings. We've been really heavy lately as well with some of these jobs. So this one's a lot lighter. Well within our wheelhouse. In fact, it's less than 100% of the cargo, and only 900 miles, so we should be pretty light. We're going to jump over here. I think I've already actually got it loaded. Wish I wouldn't have done that. Gold bars, actually. It's kind of funny. Midland, taking gold bars from Midland to Indianapolis? I don't know about that. Here we go. We've already got it loaded up. I can't remember with the star. It's pretty much the same distance, a little bit longer, because we actually are flying out on our takeoff. We're actually flying out to the northwest and then circling back around, so it's a little bit longer. Not too much, though. So 11:51, I had to offload a ton of fuel when I got it, because somebody else had flown the plane here and had like 3,500 miles worth of fuel, so we paid a bunch of money to get that off, but that's alright. It's not like it's a deal breaker. I'm going to move it to 11:30. And I can't, there's actually a heavy. I was going to say I couldn't remember if there's any heavies here or not. So I guess we'll go ahead and put it right there. And let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright everybody, here we are at the plane. It's a really crappy way to line us up. And there's no one here today. It's empty. I thought usually there's a couple planes here, Midland. But nothing today. Not our United livery plane. Jump over here, switch on the APU, start it up, the air bleed. Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and go over to the fuel and payload manager. We need to change our fuel. Zero all this out. Alright, external 1. Now we're going to have a total of 40,379, so I'm going to put that at 20,190. Hopefully it goes up, not down. I went down 6 pounds. I won't worry about that. 20,000. I guess I'll just do the 184 since that's what's going to change it to. Alright. Alright, APU's on. It's got the power. So switch that over to APU. Actually, I always forget this. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and turn the DLC off. Pitot heat. I think that's it. We'll turn on the position lights. Slide on over. Start getting this thing started up. Alright, make sure the park brake is in fact on. Engine 2. 10, 14, 15, 16. Get the FMC going as well. Flight plans. KMAF is what we're looking for. KIND, Indianapolis. Activate, execute. Just waiting for that engine to spool up a little more. Departures and arrivals, we're going to take off, I believe, 28. Execute that. Alright, engine 3. 10, 14, 15, and 16. Rival ILS 5 right. We do have a star of Smucky 1. Smucky 1. Transition at, I guess, Turge? Something like that. Perf, let's say, I don't know. I don't know that it really matters. We'll put 2 in the reserves. Cruising altitude, we're going northeast, so we'll say 35,000. Execute that. Engine 1. 10. 14, 15, 16. Right, let's check out the legs here. See if we got any discontinuities. Yes, we do. Alright, so we'll be headed 039 and the runway is 048. It'll be in sight. We'll probably be on the ILS by then. Close, 2,700 feet. Hopefully the audio sounds a little better. I've changed the way in which I'm recording the audio and everything. I'm not going to use that V cable and voice meter. I hear just a tad bit of sec, a little every once in a while, but a lot better than... I don't know why. It's just... with the onboard audio, it didn't work as well as when I was able to use my sound card, the old sound card, which I loved. Wish I would have done something. I don't know how exactly that got broken. Although there was flames inside the computers, that wasn't good. Alright. So, runway 28, I have a feeling, I got a bad feeling, that runway 28 is over here. So I don't know if, I think we went there once, but we accidentally went down here and then taxi all the way down. We might be able to just taxi straight. It looks like, does that go straight down? It looks like it goes on past it. We'll go down there and check her out. It could be bad because if it doesn't go all the way down, then we'll have to use one of the runways for part of our taxiing. But, yeah, it's alright. Parking brake is coming off. We'll start our pushback. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and trim this. So annoying to have to trim this thing this way. Air hauler recognizing that we're ready to go. I remember this area. This pushback is a long pushback. There's a ton of room here at the gates. Alright, this should be good. This is about 35,000. Move this to FMC. Runway heading for takeoff is 286. Flight directors are coming on. I'll set this to 245. And I went right on past it. It kept on going. Armed for the altitude, vertical speed, you're going up to 2,400. Man, that's hard to see. And we'll arm the nav as well. Good old Midland. I kind of like the airport, and kind of don't. I don't know what it is. Where is the turn here? That's actually right next to us. There, she's starting to turn. See, I think everything else is set up pretty good. For a second, it sounds like another plane. It was like that default engine noise, what it sounds like. But I don't think it is because I don't see anybody. This place is cleaned out. Alright, just pushing us on past it. Go ahead and stop it right here. Go ahead and turn on our taxi light. Alright, let's start our taxi. Turn left right over here.
Flaps 4. Flaps 10.
Wait a second. At 28, so I'm getting confused now because now it doesn't seem like. Now 28, well, it could still be. I don't know. We got confused here at this airport last time because I know I was editing the video the other day. And we had the DC-8. And I screwed up by using the tiller manually. So won't be making that mistake again. Although it's a different plane. Because there's a triangle of runways here, so it kind of confuses me. It makes it a little bit harder for me. I'm not that smart. Yeah, so it looks like 28. It looks like that will be 28. If it wasn't a triangle like that, I think I'd be a little better. But I don't know. I don't know why I'm so confused by this airport, but I am. I'm sure why it takes so much thrust-still to get this thing moving. We're not that heavy. It does look like the taxiway goes on past there. I'm not sure exactly how it connects to those other runways, because those other runways meet down there, I do believe. So it's kind of odd. See, this got this runway as well. It's 34 right. I'm all over the brakes, man. Come on and stop for me. Actually, it's not going to be that bad of a stop. It's kind of worrying because it's like, I'm going to go sliding into that runway. Actually, I guess it empties out onto this one. Which I do believe is 28. Please be 28. I'm pretty sure that it is. And we don't need the entire runway. This stuff from right here is just fine. And it is. It's 2810. Alright, that's why I thought it would be, but started doubting myself. Alright, stopping right here. That actually didn't feel like that bad of a turn. Got close to the center line. Alright. Nobody is a-coming. Landing lights, strobe, anti-collision, goes to takeoff. Everything is set. Vertical speed, set for the nav. Everything looks good, so we'll do a rolling takeoff. Supposing that I can get lined up easy. Oh, go out a little further. Alright. Pretty good now. Go ahead and advance the throttles. Back off just a little bit, not quite full power. Oh my god, she's already bringing the freaking nose
knots.
up. Good lord. Pushing forward on the yoke. Man, she's getting up to speed pretty daggone quick today. .140, we'll go ahead and rotate.
V1.
Alright, vertical. Got positive, ready to climb. Gears coming up. There's only 2 lights over on that gear, by the way. Alright, we're going to start climbing out to the left. We're going to put the nose down.
Flaps 4.
Climbing like a rocket, man. Pull back on the thrust a little bit. I made the flight plan, we should have come off straighter than it wants me to go to the right so much, but it should be straight for a little bit. Auto throttles and autopilot. Alright, speed's starting to climb a little bit better. I don't know why it came down so much. Come on, nose, get back down. Good lord, it's 2,400 feet a minute. It already came back down and now it's gone back up. Stupid thing. It's killing our airspeed when it does that. I'm scared to fully retract the flaps and get everything going. Because that airspeed is worrisome. By the way, I was worried we had a problem with the gear because that these 2 went red when they were coming up and that one didn't, and you can see that one looks a little different. It's kind of worrisome. Why are we only at I'm gonna go ahead and lower our vertical speed.
Flaps
See what
up.
happens if when I put the flaps up, because our speed is declining rapidly. And we can see we're rocking. I don't know what the hell is happening here. I'm not sure why our speed was dropping so much. We're so light. I gotta pause it for 1 second as well. I'll be right back. Alright, all good. Our speed is coming back up. I'm not sure what the heck was going on right there. We haven't had that happen. Took Mexico City when we were leaving. That's because we were so heavy. Landing lights coming off, taxi light as well. We're already past 10,000 feet. Because we were at 4,000 feet when I was controlling it, and our speed was increasing, but good lord. I don't know what was going on. Set it to 305. You can see she's coming up good now. I don't think it was because we still had the 4 degrees of flaps out. I don't think that would have done it. I'm not sure which is Midland, or if they're both Midland. You just barely see the airport. And then there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Jump back inside. Check out the FMC real quick. Check progress. 1945. So less than 3 hours. It'll probably be less than 2 once we get up to cruising speed. Although I don't know, we're going pretty quick, so maybe not. Should decrease by a little bit at least. Alright, well, there's nothing else to see. Literally. It's so weird with those little specks of water. It's like they're freaking ponds or something. I'm not too sure. But I'll go ahead and speed it up, everybody. And we'll be back in just a little bit. Alright, everybody, just slowing it down here. We need to be down to 11.1 here. We were descending nicely, and all of a sudden it like shifted that we were way further lower than we actually were. All of a sudden, it just clicked. I don't know what the heck happened. So we're gonna have to hasten our descent again down to 11.1. I'm gonna go ahead and put this at 250 because we're getting close to 10,000 feet here. I must have missed a leg here because I said earlier something about 038. It's actually, well, they changed it again. It was 045. The runway heading is 048, and yes, it is raining there. So they've got that in. Yeah, 048 is the runway heading. I should actually go ahead and put that in the course. Or 48. I guess I could put in the second one as well. And slow our descent down a little bit. Be down now to 8,100 feet. But they still got like 250 knots at each waypoint. No. Can't do that. Not coming in that quick. Landing lights, I'll go ahead and put the taxi light on as well. And we're getting pretty close. I guess we could go ahead and put in the ILS, which is 111.15. See, it's not on. Or we're not in range, I should say. Down to 8,100. And that is gloomy. I'm glad we've got the ILS. Some low-hanging clouds here. Looks nice up above, doesn't it? Alright, so 17.8 in the last two legs, so we're about 20 once we get to this waypoint. Slow our descent down just a little bit. I'm not totally sure. I set this to 3,500. I'm not totally sure of the altitude of the airport. That's the only problem. I'm guessing it's not 3,000 sea level, obviously, so I like to be at 3,000 feet above when we start the ILS approach, so I put it at 3,500. I think that should be pretty good. I just can't remember the altitude. And I don't want to click on the map because I'm afraid it'll crash it. Slow our descent down a little bit more. We want to be at 74 here pretty soon, so I'm going to go ahead and basically almost level her out, just 200 feet a minute. I'm going to go ahead and slow her down as well. Go down to 200 knots. We're going to be almost right on it. 7,400. Alright, speed's coming down. Alright, now we need to descend down to 4,400. I want to go ahead and put out a notch of flaps, so I'm a little afraid to be quite honest. I don't understand why this, we still don't have the ILS frequency. You don't see it picking up on the localizer or anything. 111.15 is correct. You can see the runway should just be a little up ahead and to the right. Alright, bunch of flaps coming out.
Flaps 4.
We're down to 4,400. Searching for the airport, I don't see it. It's not as gloomy around here, thankfully. But also, there it came on. We've got it now. Turn over to the radio. Here we go with the localizer. I want it to not go under 3,500 feet yet. Well, that's crazy. Wasn't that just over to the right? I was looking at something else, but I saw it moved over. 4,400 feet, so I want to slow our descent down. Well, we're right on the glide slope. Put this down to 180.
Flaps 10.
Now she's got us climbing a little bit. Oh, jeez. Why are we climbing? And why is the glide slope not moving at all? We should be moving away from the glide slope, but apparently it's making me think that we're not actually locked on the glide slope. Hitting the localizer. What in the world is going on here? So it wants us down to 2,700 feet here in a second. And I don't see the airport anywhere. Yet this thing says it's locked. Alright, glide slope is above us. Unreal. We're going to level out right here. $5,000 feet. She won't let me because I'm on the vertical speed. I don't understand why, alright, level out right here. .048, so it's like we're headed right at it. Unless this waypoint, unless it's well beyond this waypoint, it could be, which we can't look at a map in this plane. But if the glide slope is, if we're so low, then how is that one is at 2,700 feet at that waypoint? That doesn't make sense. It looks like the glide slope is coming down maybe a little bit. Yeah, it's coming down. Slowly but surely. Like I say, I don't know how that could have wanted us at 2,700. I mean, we're at 5,000. It's quite low. That's off now. See, I shouldn't have hit the approach, but how could I have known? And we were right on it, but then it said we were too low. I don't quite understand that. But... Alright, now we're going to hit the approach. Alright, we're descending now. We should be heading right at it. Yeah, it's raining. 170.
Flaps 18.
Man, those clouds seem really low. It's gonna make it tricky for sure. 60.
Flaps 22.
I don't remember if we have a radio altimeter or not. I'm kind of thinking we don't. So when we're 2,500 up. Man, it's just like we're so close to being able to see. Oh, she's braking a little bit. It's thick out there. Oh, we're breaking through a little bit. A little bit. Still no sign of the airport. We're 3,500 feet up. Yeah, that was terrible to have us at 2,700 feet way back there. Maybe we do have a radio altimeter.
Gear down. Gear down and locked.
So maybe we're about 1,000 feet up. Close to it. Instead of 500. These damn clouds. I really wish that wouldn't have, I'm gonna go back to Opus. I updated Opus the other day. I have no updates after like 2,000 feet. Maybe I should have it a little higher. 'Cause that kind of screwed us right there. I don't see the airport anywhere in front of us.
Flaps 33.
I have a feeling that this is not going correctly. There's no airport. We're right on it. It's just... wow. Because I'd like to about disable the autopilot right now, but because we're getting so low, but how can I? I can't see anything. I believe we are at full flaps. We are. I think we're about 900 feet up now. I wonder if we should let it auto land with the DLC. I don't think I will.
1,000.
Was it the first airplane ever allowed to land with truly zero visibility or something, I believe? There it is. Took us right on it. Auto throttle's off. Autopilot is off. Go ahead and slow her down here. Man, it just, those throttles are so sensitive. I was trying to keep it right at 140. Dropping a little low.
500.
Look how low we got. Those throttles are way too sensitive. And then it comes roaring back.
300. Minimums. 200.
We're slightly low, and now we're getting slow again.
100.
We're probably pitched way up now.
50. 40. 30. 20, 10,
Should have come in nicely. Maybe not nicely, but we didn't come in and hurt anything. What I should have said. There's a plane on the runway. Yeah, it wasn't a horrible approach, but I'm sure we were pitched way too high. Instead of coming in, you know, fairly level and then pitching up and flaring at the end. Yeah, when I took off the auto throttles and took control, I guess I had my throttles too low. And that's why it ended up getting throttled down so much, gotten so slow. And then, of course, we dropped low, and then I was trying to catch back up, level it out, and then we were going to get too high. But I kept it from getting too high for too much. We're going to hit up ATC and have them take us, yeah. I think they'll probably take us to a cargo area, I think. Press taxi to parking.
Indy ground, Lockheed, November 511 Papa Alpha, request taxi to parking. Lockheed, November 511 Papa Alpha, taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Delta 5 Delta.
Alright, all that off.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Delta 5 Delta, Lockheed 1 Papa Alpha.
Oh, right here. All the FedEx. I used to go by the Indianapolis airport, this airport, actually, in real life, every once in a while. And, right by the highway, it's right by the highway, and you can always, the FedEx area is right by the highway, and there's always a ton of FedEx planes. It's pretty cool. Like, seeing all those as I always went by. We haven't been to Indy Airport in a while. Forgot to record that, but I think I can just use the instant replay. See the landing. At least we didn't hurt anything. But I also wanted to come in a little slower than we did, because we're so much lighter. You know what? Turn off the progressive taxi. We're just going to go straight ahead. Why not? It doesn't really matter. So we did come in a little slower than I really wanted to. We were really pitching up, man. But at least we just gotta, I don't know. I want to get so much better at it. It's kind of weird. It kind of like wanted us to come in at an angle or something. It was kind of odd. Alright. Should have already turned these off, I guess. Flight directors are all off. Shouldn't that force you off? Put on the parking brake. Alright. Switch this over to APU. I always oh no, that's right. I want to turn on the APU first. I was about to say, I always forget to do that first. No, I want to turn over to APU first. Turn on the APU on first. Daggone it. Didn't see the voltages for the APU come on. Surely it's on. I can't remember which one. Auxiliary power unit. So it is on. It's showing good voltage. I just didn't. Maybe I didn't see it pop on or something. Alright, turn that over to the APU. Now we can turn our engines off. Taxi light and position light can come off as well. Alright. Air hauler notices as well. So we'll go ahead and move on over to air hauler and get paid. Alright, here we are. We can go ahead and unload her. Although it'd be kind of hard to hurt gold bars. It's got to be pretty tough. 69,000 pounds of gold bars. I'd like to have that. I've noticed air hauler getting slower on other stuff too. Kind of annoying. Alright, but we're in Indianapolis. The other plane is actually at Daytona Beach, I do believe. I think I had it flown over there, doing different flights and stuff. Yeah, Daytona Beach and Indianapolis are our 2 planes. So we'll see Daytona Beach. I don't want to fly to Helsinki. I like keeping this plane over in the U.S., although it's not a bad idea. I'm sure you all probably want to see some long flights in this thing. We have a base in Helsinki, so if there's something in Helsinki that comes back, I mean, it's 4,000 miles down, but the only problem I have with going to Helsinki, to be quite honest, is the fuel configuration. Is that going to be able to... Because, you know, I load up only those 2 tanks. What other tanks do I load up after those? And will the fuel keep flowing? Ooh, and that one comes back from Helsinki. Barcelona, wow, paying a ton. I mean, we could fly this in Europe. I hadn't really planned on it, but... And, you know, eventually something's going to be here to bring it back. The only thing is, if we do in Europe, I want to fly base to base because there's not a whole lot of people over here that can bring the plane back for us. Barcelona. And see, there's tons of time to do that as well. Oh, over to Milwaukee. You could fly Helsinki to Barcelona to Milwaukee. That's one of our bases. And we have a little over a couple days to get that done. I think we just might have to go for that. What was that, Daytona Beach? Because it pays pretty good. So maybe that'll be our plan. Daytona Beach, was that to Helsinki? Yes, to Helsinki. So I don't know if there's anything in Indianapolis, but we'll probably skip on that for a little while. Did I just see one going to Midland? Yeah. Can't take that at only $1,000 bucks. Port-au-Prince. That's got a couple days. Port-au-Prince, I don't know if we've been there. That sounds really familiar. I mean, I've heard of it before, obviously, but that's the non-Dallas. Dallas, Montreal, Chicago. Those are bases that'd be really short flights. Haiti, alright. But I think, yeah, we'll probably go to Daytona Beach, which we have scenery for. Helsinki, which we have scenery for. To Barcelona, which we have scenery for. And then Milwaukee, which we don't have scenery for. Those are our bases. So that looks like that'll probably be our plan. Because these have plenty of time as well, right? Helsinki, yes. The longest one's got like 63 hours. Alright. That's probably what we're going to do. Can't promise it, but I think so. I'm going to try it at least. The distance worries me because of the fuel setup, though. We'll give her a go. But that's also going to be it for this episode, everybody. I hope you all did enjoy it. We'll catch you guys on the next episode.
500. 400. 300. Minimums. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.